Finally, some positive environmental news. Brazil is on track for its lowest Amazon deforestation rates ever recorded. New satellite data shows that from August 2025 to January 2026, forest clearing dropped significantly to just 1,325 square kilometers. That's the lowest figure for this period in over a decade and a major improvement from last year. This success is due to coordinated government action, with Environment Minister Marina Silva noting that most high deforestation municipalities have joined federal initiatives. The goal? To reach the absolute lowest deforestation rate in Amazon history by 2026 if current efforts hold. Even the vital Cerrado savanna is seeing reduced clearing, reinforcing the positive trend. What's your take on this incredible progress? Subscribe for more updates. And if you'd like, you can support us on Breaking Now. India has just seized 3 US-sanctioned oil tankers linked to Iran, right off the coast of Mumbai. These vessels were allegedly changing identities to hide oil origins and bypass international sanctions. Indian authorities are now massively stepping up maritime surveillance, deploying dozens of ships and aircraft to prevent illicit trade in their waters. This decisive action comes as India relations are improving, though Iran denies any connection to the tankers. It's a clear message against global sanction evasion. What's your take? Subscribe for more updates. If you'd like, you can support us on Russia just fired a major warning shot at Europe over its shadow fleet of tankers. A top Kremlin official is threatening to deploy Russia's navy if European powers ramp up seizing or boarding Russian ships in the Baltic Sea. This comes as countries like France, Germany, and Italy are cracking down on what's known as Russia's shadow fleet, hundreds of tankers flying foreign flags to secretly bypass sanctions. We've already seen French forces raid and seize a suspected tanker, the Grinch, though it was later released after a hefty fine. But Moscow is calling these actions piracy. Presidential aide Nikolai Patrushev warns that if they don't resist strongly, Europe could eventually try to completely block Russia's access to the seas, particularly in the Atlantic. Despite these growing tensions, Europe has so far been somewhat reluctant to fully clamp down on this shadow fleet. What's your take on this escalating maritime standoff? Subscribe for more updates. If you'd like, you can support us on Ever wondered where the rich are moving? New Zealand is seeing a huge surge in golden visa applications. And guess who's leading the charge? Wealthy Americans. They're drawn by the stunning landscapes, entrepreneurial spirit, and some even mention wanting to escape the US political climate. New rules for New Zealand's investor visa scheme, introduced in April 2025, have made it much easier. They've lowered investment amounts, removed English requirements, and cut residency time from 3 years to just 3 weeks. This sparked a massive increase in applications. Americans make up almost 40. Followed by China. This scheme has already poured over $3 billion into New Zealand's economy. What do you think about this trend? Subscribe for more updates. If you'd like, you can support us on